All right, welcome back to Live at 9. Of course, this month is Suicide Awareness Month, and brought a very special guest on this morning to talk about a really awesome event happening because this is something we need to talk about. We need to get rid of the stigma that is behind suicide, and especially teen suicide. And this is events like this are helping the community and everyone, parents and teens alike. So tell me a little bit about the Teen Suicide Summit and why you got involved with this.
Okay, so the Teen Suicide Summit is a conference-style summit where we have interactive sessions geared toward topics that our teens want to hear about. We make sure that the topics are things that their teens are dealing with. We make sure that also with the parents, we have topics that they can learn a lot to help their teens. One of the things that made me decide that I wanted to do the Teen Suicide Summit 3 years ago, 3 years, it was a young lady who lost her life to suicide. She jumped off a bridge, and that hurt me, and I wondered, what could I do to make an impact or make a difference in the community? So a couple of me and a couple of my social work friends got together, and we said, well, let's do a summit. Let's create a safe space that we can talk about topics that are not conducive or people are afraid to talk about. Right. So we started the Teen Suicide Summit about 3 years ago. It continues to grow. It's completely free. We have great speakers. We have great community resources that are accessible to our parents and teens. Because sometimes when we're dealing with mental health, we don't know where to go.
Right.
So this is an opportunity, a safe space where you can get that information and get the things that you need to help your teens, because we want teens to know that they matter.
Absolutely. And I'm sure as a parent, it's overwhelming, right? To know, my daughter or son is going through something so much bigger than themselves, and they can't navigate that on their own. And I'm sure some parents don't know where to start. And so even if you have an inkling of thought that they're struggling with their mental health, like this would be a good place to start, I can imagine.
Absolutely. The third leading cause of suicide in Mississippi is with teens are the ages 15 to 24. 22 high school Mississippians think about suicide. Wow. And 10% actually try to attempt suicide. We know suicide is preventable. We just got to make sure that we have those resources accessible to our community.
And have you heard good feedback? You said you've been doing this for 3 years. Have you heard feedback from people that have been involved and have come to the summit, maybe that they leave feeling a little bit more hopeful and like there's a way out, or there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or things are going to be better and they're not alone?
Absolutely. 3 things that we want people to take away. We want them to have some education. We want them to have some support. We want to empower them and let them know that they matter. That is the most absolutely thing that we want to do. My goal is to have 3 a year, 3 in different parts of the state, maybe the Delta, and another area that has a high suicide rate is Hancock County. So our goal is to have 3 during the year, during different times of the year.
Right, and I love that your goals and your aspirations for the summit are so much bigger than what they are right now, and I believe you absolutely can get there. But the more you have, the more accessible that is for more teens and more resources, giving and pushing those out to more people and more communities. So that's really, really special that you're doing that. And there's only a couple more weeks in September. We're getting to the end of the month, and how important is Suicide Awareness Month that we talk about this? Absolutely.
Mental health is important. Mental health intertwines or correlates with suicide. So if we can increase our mental health knowledge, if we can increase our positive coping skills, we will decrease suicide. So that is so important. This is Suicide Awareness Month, and so I think the important part is creating this awareness, creating this education, creating these spaces that, hey, we can talk about topics that we are afraid to talk about. I have another teen or I have a parent that may need this information. So I think it's highly important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, our viewers maybe really need to be at this event. So tell them where and when it is. And again, it is free, open to the public. So there's no reason you should not take advantage advantage of this if you or your child needs to be there?
Okay, so the Teen Suicide Summit would be September 27th, 2025 from 9 a.m. to 2:30, 1640 West County Line Road, Jackson, Mississippi. That is Greater Pearly Grove Church. You can actually register for the event at Eventbrite.